This is Dennis Sullivan. Today I'd like to give you a checklist or a heads up as to what you will want to bring up to your divorce lawyer and what you can expect your divorce lawyer to question you about. First, if you have children from the marriage, there's issues relating to the children that need to be discussed. You'll want to talk about child support, about the legal child custody, about physical child custody. You'll want to talk about visitation rights, when they will take place, how they will take place. You want to bring up whether grandparents will have visitation rights or whether there will be visitation with stepchildren called for. You'll also want to discuss health insurance for the children as well as dental insurance for the children and who will provide that. You'll want to discuss uninsured health care costs and who pays for that, as well as who pays for the college education of the children. You'll want to confirm that the children will stay in the marital homestead and who pays for that homestead. You'll want to talk about the beneficiaries of all life insurance policies and which spouse will be able to claim the children as dependents for tax purposes. One spouse will need to be the designated spouse for religious upbringing. Then there's property issues. Who will own the house? Who will own other property? How will that be divided? Who will own the furnishings? If there's a business involved, how will those business assets be divided? If one of the spouses is a professional, how was that professional degree obtained, and did the other spouse pay for some of the schooling? You'll want to address all 401k, retirement plans, pension plans, and how they need to be divided. You'll want to address all of your vehicles, recreational vehicles, personal vehicles, and who gets them, and if there's loans, who pays for the loans. You'll want to be able to discuss all of your banking accounts, all of your stock and bond accounts. If one of the spouses is a homemaker, be ready to discuss the value that that homemaker brought to the marriage. You'll want to be able to show all of the debt from the marriage so that that debt can be divided between the parties. You'll want to talk about whether there's a need for spousal support. You'll want to talk about whether there's a need for health insurance under COBRA and who pays for that. If there are other issues involved, such as domestic violence, child abuse, parental kidnapping, you need to bring them up immediately so that your lawyer can seek protection for you from the court. You'll want to talk about whether you can attempt to obtain your attorney's fees and expenses from your spouse or from the community property. You'll also want to have documents ready. You'll want to have any individual and business income tax returns for the past 3 to 5 years. You'll want to have proof of your current income. You'll also want to bring proof of your spouse's income if you have it. If there's a prenuptial agreement, bring that with you, provide it to your lawyer, let him look at it and provide you with an opinion. The same goes for a separation agreement if you and your spouse have entered into one. You'll want to bring all of your bank statements, all of the certificates of deposit paperwork, any pension statements, any retirement account statements. If there are any trusts for the spouses or the children in the marriage, bring that document. Bring any documents on your stock portfolio, stock options, any mortgages, any property tax payments, and any and all credit card statements. If you have any loan documents or loan applications, bring those. Bring copies of your utility bills as well as any other bills that you all have in your marriage. Things like school tuition, unreimbursed medical bills, sport lessons, music lessons for the children, things like that. Formulate a monthly budget and bring that with you along with financial statements. If you or your spouse are employed under an employment contract, bring that contract along with the benefit statements from the job. If you all have life insurance policies, bring those policies. Same goes for health insurance, homeowners insurance, automobile insurance, and excess insurance policies. If you have had any personal property appraised, such as jewelry or art, bring those appraisals. Bring those real property appraisals as well. You'll want to fill out or complete an inventory of all of your assets. And you can see what an inventory is and how to do that on some of our other videos. You want to be able to discuss with your lawyer all of the property that you all acquired during your marriage, as well as the property you acquired prior to the marriage and what your spouse acquired prior to the marriage. If you have a safety deposit box, bring that information with you, as well as any will that you have, any living wills, any powers of attorney, any durable powers of attorney, any advanced healthcare directives. All of that information is very important to share with your lawyer. The lawyers at Stepp Sullivan are here to help you with any family legal issues you have. We're more than happy to meet with you in person, but can also meet with you through Zoom or Skype or on the telephone. If we can answer any questions you have, or if you need any additional information, we're here for you. We make serving our clients the most important thing we do every day. At Stepp Sullivan, we make it personal, powerful,